listen, your enemies are turning on each other, realizing they have been used as a pawn to come up against you. They never really gave you a chance. They was going off of what someone else said about you. Those lies someone else said about you. And in some situations, they did know you. They knew it was a lie, but still decided to turn against you and be used as a pawn to come up against you. So much so that they started believing that lie. But now they're realizing they're being used as a pawn to hate you. It was a whole group of them hating one you. Little old you. You were too smart, you were too intelligent, you were too powerful by yourself, so they had to team up to come against you, to stop you, to hate on you. They may have not even liked each other. The only thing they had in common was them not liking you. And now they're realizing the truth. And the truth is unfolding. Because what they were saying about you was not matching up. What they were saying about you is not matching up with your character. See, so now they're looking at the ringleader like, it can't be so. It had to been a lie. And I was coming up against this person for no reason. In Jesus' name.
Okay, so somebody won the Powerball in California, apparently. The Golden State, can you believe it? There are major news sources right now running a story saying that nobody won. So what is going on in this world? Nothing makes sense anymore. And I'm so sorry. I made a video with this. Look at this. This is the Daily Mail, British publication. They had an article that they actually ran that said that nobody won and $2.3 billion was going to be the next jackpot. I fell for it until I noticed that somebody in California won. So, go figure. That's crazy. How could news sources ever be wrong? Shame on me, fool me once, shame on you. Look, you just don't fool people. Okay, so...
Well, I guess I'm not the only one that feels this way. So, I don't know if the hashtag's there or not, but hashtag no more Powerball. Jump on it. What do y'all think about it?
Look at all those people y'all stole all this money from. Look, y'all just some thieves.
So, of course, I'm watching the whole delayed Powerball winning thing last night. Now, check this out real quick.
Yo, what that's gonna be?
Right?
Oh, wow. Breaking news. California Lottery, as of 19 seconds ago,
It's
saying the
fucking
Powerball
crooks.
results are in.
Oh. Wait, where's that?
They switched the numbers
Hold on, back to...
that same night.
Back to the site.
Back to Powerball site.
Notice.
Powerball results in. Time to check your
It
numbers.
still says results pending.
Yeah, it still
I'm
does.
refreshing every...
Everyone is refreshing. Can one of us be the refresher?
Now, watch what happens.
And they've been more vocal in response to this. So, and then they deleted the tweet.
They going to jail.
I'm not making that up.
All of them
No
going
way
to
there was
jail.
a tweet.
They going to
Mind you,
jail.
This is at 1 a.m.
Got it. And I want to bring this up.
They going to jail.
JB, it's a bad omen for tomorrow night. Sorry. No.
But we're getting our practice in, you know? This is how we get those results. Like,
And they ain't never getting out.
Wake up, people.
Also, I just seen that someone won the fucking Powerball. I seen that someone won the Powerball. Like, I am 1,000% convinced that all that shit last night was a fucking scam. The shit was a fucking cheat. Nobody's won thus far, and then all of a sudden, the fucking shit has technical fucking difficulties. It's a fucking machine, and it spits out balls. And then, oh, someone fucking won. Bullshit. Also, I just seen
Plaintiff's judicial notice of administrative facts. Okay, a lot of you guys are not going to know what this is, so I'm just going to explain. A judicial notice is something that you turn into the courts for them to take notice of certain facts, which means that these facts can be found at sources that cannot be refuted. Okay, so the court must issue an order and must take those facts in. Okay. So those facts must be regarded. Okay, so you're telling the court to pay special attention to certain facts to support your complaint in the lawsuit. Okay, now here is a judicial notice by me. Okay, we're going to go to the memorandum. Number one of this memorandum, it outlines that the multi-state lottery has no DBA name, so they're not doing business under a different name. That has been confirmed by their on-site legal personnel and their attorneys that are representing them on this case, okay? Now, let me tell you what the problem with that is, since they don't have a DBA name or an executive committee, okay? That executive committee was supposed to be appointed by the Arizona Lottery per their contract with the multi-state lottery. The Arizona Lottery was supposed to form its own multi-state lottery, okay, executive committee that was supposed to act as a liaison for the actual multi-state lottery association, okay? So essentially, they are operating in Arizona illegally, according to Heidi at the Arizona Corporation Commission, okay? Now, number one basically tells the judge to take that into consideration and also take into the consideration the fact that they are in violation of ARS 10-1622 and ARS 10-11622, okay? So they're in violation of law. They're operating illegally, okay? It's a fact, okay? And all the facts have been corroborated by their attorneys, okay? Now we're going to move on to number two. Muscle has no DBA name or an executive committee for Muscle at Arizona Lottery, as they should, to be in compliance with ARS 10-1622 and ARS 10-11622, and per their contractual obligations with Muscle, the multi-state lottery, per their attorney, William Miller. See Exhibit B attached here too. Okay, now we're going to move to number four. Number four says is the law. All corporations registered with the Arizona Corporation Commission, whether for profit or nonprofit, domestic or foreign, must file an annual report and a certificate of disclosure with the Arizona Corporation Commission each year on or before the corporation's due date. CARS 10-1622 and 10-11622. Okay? The executive committee that Arizona Lottery was obligated to set up via contract with Muscle is the representative for Muscle, which is always located at the member lottery. Since that is the case, Muscle is properly served as of October 21st, 2022, the same day as Arizona Lottery. Because the multi-state lottery, we had to have the court take judicial notice of the multi-state lottery because they were trying to allege that they were never served. They were trying to allege that it went to a bad address. I mean, they just was doing all kind of dishonest stuff, completely dishonest. So they don't have their paperwork in order with the Arizona Corporation Commission, and they just don't have their stuff together. They're lying. They're being dishonest in court. All their filings are late outside of the rules and the time, and they just go on to lie. They filed a pleading and tried to trick the judge and tried to say, well, he sent it to the wrong address, when the post office confirmed that the address, that they have all their mail forwarded to their proper address. But that argument became very rapidly irrelevant after a fine combing of their contract and a fine combing over the Arizona law. Okay, so this entity is completely operating outside of the laws and is illegally transacting business in the state of Arizona. The court has been notified, their attorneys have been notified, and the judge is compelled to put out an order, whether she likes it or not, to actually acknowledge all parties in the litigation that she's taking notice of those facts. Okay, these are the rules. It don't matter how humans feel in their minds and they feelings. You fuck around and get in your feelings too much, you're gonna go straight to prison. Okay, right along with the rest of these crooks. All right. Okay. So we're going to move on to number 8. This is important because Muscle's executive committee that files the annual report with the Arizona Corporation Commission is the rightful person to serve a notice of lawsuit on according to the contract between Multi-State Lottery and Arizona Lottery. Since Muscle is not registered with the Arizona Corporate Commission, they are operating in the state of Arizona illegally. Therefore, their member partner failed their contractual obligations to establish an executive committee to act in accordance with both ARS 10-1622 and ARS 10-11622, the Arizona Corporate Commission, and their contractual obligations with Muscle as set forth in the agreement attached here too. Plaintiff Mark McCormick served Muscle, the Multi-State Lottery, when he served Arizona Lottery on October 21st, 2022. Due to the fact that Arizona Lottery had a contractual obligation to establish an executive committee to act as a liaison on behalf of Muscle to be in compliance with their contractual obligations to Muscle and to legally conduct business in the state of Arizona, the court must consider Muscle Multi-State Lottery as served on October 21st, 2022 as a matter of law and under the terms and conditions set forth under number 12 in the Multi-State Lottery's contract with Arizona Lottery. The executive committee are the representatives for Muscle who would have been served legal documents directly from the member, which would be Arizona Lottery in this case. So they fucked up. And they're also registered with the Secretary of State as entertainment. Okay, I don't know how many people that night of November 7th that I seen countless people all around the nation who spent $1,000 on that drawing, $40,000 on that drawing, $500 on that drawing, $3,000 on that drawing, $100 on that drawing. Some people was going into their savings and taking money and putting in that drawing. Okay, so this is what they were getting. They were getting cheated. Okay. And this is what they've been having going on. This been going on for quite some time. So this how we can tell how long this been going on in Arizona. All we have to do is subpoena those reports that they supposed to do. Those reports that they supposed to do every year. Those annual reports. Those annual reports and certificate of disclosures. They're not gonna have those on file if they don't have their paperwork together, which means they're not telling the state how much revenue they're taking in. So why are they not telling the state how much revenue they're taking in? Why are they not telling the Arizona Corporate Commission how much money they're taking in? Okay, you see how one thing is going to lead to another. It's going to go deep down that rabbit hole. It's going to be more and more exposed. And I told them back in June, I told them that they didn't want this smoke, but they didn't believe me. And they ignored me. I gave them the chance. I said, go ahead, pay me my $268 million. Okay. They like, oh, we ain't giving this nigger no $268 million. We don't care if he won anyway. I'm going to show you that you're going to give me a whole lot fucking more than that. These motherfuckers going to be on a payment plan in a bankruptcy court when me and my team get done with these motherfuckers. This shit been going on for way too long. They don't got their paperwork together. If it's going on in the state of Arizona, it's going on in other states. Okay, and Florida Lottery, they complicit too. Okay, so they need to join in, and they need to join in some of the payment. Now, this message is for all the authorities that does any kind of work in the courts. This is what I want to say. If you go back and you look at all the cases that I did, every last one of them, especially the ones in relation to Moses, like his divorce, the stuff with Maureen O'Connor, and Maureen O'Connor is the Chief Justice of the Ohio Supreme Court. She could have had everything corrected, but she kept on denying stuff, and she even went as far as to cover up tampering with records and covering up death threats. She covered up the death threats Kim Browne made to Moses in the court on the record, and she covered up the transcript. We got all of that on transcript. Okay, so she has to go to jail too. We don't give a fuck about how you feel. The old bitch going to jail, and she got to go to jail too. She has to go to jail. So all of those people who violated those invocations of the Constitution, you going to jail. I don't care what your friends told you. I don't care what your connect in Washington, D.C. told you. I don't give a fuck what they told you over in motherfucking wherever, okay? I don't care where you go. I don't care what kind of help you seek. No one is going to be able to stop you from what you about to get. You about to get it because you gonna get it for more than one person. You gonna get it through this situation. You gonna get it for all the ones you did, like Chance Catador, Maureen O'Connor and Kim Browne. He had the same problem, and he tried to recuse Kim Browne, and she wouldn't let him. Y'all all some organized motherfucking crooks. Everybody from the state lottery to the state attorney general's offices, y'all all operate in concert, and everybody that's not a member of your shit, you leave them left out. You sucking money out of the economies. You sucking the money. You running a interstate RICO operation, and you sucking the money out of these economies, out of these 48 economies, and it's all going to y'all people, and you leaving all the paying people, the hard-working people that's putting their money in it, you leaving them to only get prizes of $100 and less. You ain't letting them win no money. Shame on you, this is the end. Shame on you, this is the end. You ain't gotta believe it. You ain't gotta believe it. But when you see it, you still don't gotta believe it. But you damn sure gonna see it. And since y'all like to gather up and operate in concert, pick up phones and do each other favors, oh, do this, and try to make life miserable for somebody, all y'all can gather y'all motherfucking asses up and get y'all pens and papers, you get y'all pens and y'all checkbooks out, and y'all can share in paying this judgment of all these millions and billions of dollars. Y'all can share in that. Now operate in concert with that. Now, since y'all like to operate in concert, put y'all money together and pay my motherfucking money, bitch.